Reddy, founder and CEO for Vihan Electric. Our coordinator, Dr. Subodh Panda sir, and faculty coordinators, management staff, technical staff, student coordinators, and students. I would like to welcome you all to the webinar on the topic, a motivational speech by a successful entrepreneur. Carrier on EV, the green transport, a booming sector for entrepreneur. I am Soni Samantala of Electrical Department of Pragati Engineering College. I would like to introduce and welcome our resource person, Sri N. Venkatreddy sir. Sri N. Venkatreddy, founder and CEO for Vihan Electric, had done his masters in UK in area of specialization of intelligent systems and robotics. Having an experience of 8 years as successful entrepreneur, as founder and set up perfect team solutions, training and innovative product development firm at Visakhapatnam. Engaged in motivating students through seminars, building entrepreneurship, support academic projects, technical workshops at engineering colleges, and established a 250 Atal Tinkering Lab (ATL) in various schools of AP. Thereafter ventured into the sector of electrical vehicles. Having thought about the environment and climatic changes, he realized and visualized the importance of green energy and thus taken step forward towards setting up a unit of electric vehicles, namely V Electric Private Limited at HQ at Visakhapatnam. Objective of unit to bring in ease in customers about sales, service and spare parts of EV, complete EV ecosystem and promote the green transport vertical through development Vihan Electric app, thereby contributing to nation's growth. He has great passion towards latest advancements in technology. Vihan Electrics became the first entrepreneur from Visakhapatnam to create an ecosystem in EV sector in state of Andhra Pradesh. Authorized dealer for 3 brands of EV for North Coastal districts of Andhra Pradesh. Successful in set up EV service stations at customer ease points across Andhra Pradesh. Awarded certificates from NIT and IIT during robotic competitions. He is an active Business Networking International BNI member. Associate with APSSDC to conduct EV maintenance course across AP. Made 14 MOU with different engineering colleges across AP. He aims to make VE as a basic employment platform for young students to impart basic life skills in their early career, support their innovative ideas and make them grow technically, enrich engineers, entrepreneurs, and contribute for better society. Sir, the stage is open for you. Sir, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the college management and the respected faculty for giving us this wonderful opportunity to talk about the current trending technology that's on electric vehicles. And coming to the industry 4.0 also, which is going to be the everyone daily usage in any one of the technologies. So today I would like to share a few things on 2 lines, one is on electric vehicles and on the way it is going to go forward in the next 5 years. So I'll try to share my screen once. Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to this particular technology called electric vehicles, most of the people now talking post COVID, they are talking about electric vehicles. So most of the people say that okay, in future we are talking about electric vehicles, and now there are so many issues, there are so many companies, and there are both good and bad. But we'll try to explore how it exactly works or how the automotive sector will evolve in the next few years. So when it comes to that Vihan Electrics, we have taken care by understanding few things during the COVID time. So early days when I have started this concept or this project, what I understood was earlier, first I have purchased one vehicle for my father. So it's an EV again, and it was working with lead acid battery. But unfortunately, after 1 year, that company has got closed. So there is no particular person who can do service for that electric vehicle. Later, we bought two more vehicles to our office people so that they can use it for the regular transportation. So, being a technical guy, I understood that electric vehicles will take the future, and we have purchased it. But it was the similar case again. It was not branded. It was not up to the quality. It was just like a motor battery controller fixed for equipment, so that they'll use as a vehicle. But later we have started working with other companies saying that different models were used to come, and different battery specifications used to come. So like that, I understood that in future EVs are going to come and evolve with the latest technology what we are seeing today, like with Ather, Ola, and other companies. So we'll go deep dive into what exactly the story is. So when it comes to the condition, most of the people ask this question, why EV? And if you ask the same question 1.5 year back, people would definitely say it is no. But later, to understand at the present situation, people started utilizing EV for a certain factors, and the factors are like this. One is all about the eco-friendly. People say this eco-friendly, but on the other side, I feel that it is not completely eco-friendly, because we don't go ahead with the recycling of the batteries. Our methodology is just like use the batteries, but the recycling part is still under the process that government has to take the initiation. But definitely on the other side, to reduce the pollution and to make it eco-friendly, and in future for the next generation, we are going to give the advantage of using EVs by reducing a lot of pollution. Second is easy to drive. When it comes to this particular part, if anyone has got the experience to drive, you will feel a very comfortable drive when compared to a petrol vehicle, because it is not so heavy and it doesn't have too many components, and it is just a simple button push and the acceleration that we give to run the vehicle. And similarly, it can take the payload, but at the same time, it doesn't have too many components. That is the second important advantage that people talk. And third one is, this is little tricky, because we have already used to the sounds of the petrol vehicle. So every vehicle start and we should hear that sound. But practically, to say electric vehicles doesn't make any noise. It is same like our metro trains, or if you say just you get inside and it takes initial pickup, and without making any noise. So this will help us in future, when we wait at signal points, or when we start, we'll reduce a lot of noise pollution. And fourth important part is about the maintenance. See, at a regular petrol vehicle, we take at least 2 months or 3 months, saying that either there is a problem in brakes, or there is a problem in brake wire, or they have to change the engine oil, or the regular sounds that we generate because of the mechanical components that are there inside that petrol vehicle. So these are few advantages that when we talk about electric vehicles, and people say that yes, we want EVs because it is eco-friendly, it is easy to drive, noise pollution is not there, and low maintenance. This is what the biggest challenge is, the budget constraints are very low. But on top of all these four advantage, the fifth one is very special. And why I want to mention this very special is, we talk about vehicles, we talk about technology, we talk about so many things, but when it comes to the usage, if you take computers, 2000, in the year of 2000, Y2K revolution was there. Computers were pitching another top level, and I think it took 20 years of the overall period that now the computer is in our hand. So without a computer, you will not have you cannot do a work today. So everyone and every home has gotten a computer, whether it is a PC or laptop, or whether you use it on mobile. So it is all about the usage of the people of this technology. That is where government is placing a very good important role by providing subsidies. So the advantage of taking electric vehicle, on the other hand, from the government side, is all about subsidies. And if we take numbers, this is what which is happening. So when we take numbers, for making it easy, here you can see on the top, AP lays out a plan to introduce 10 lakh electric vehicles by 2024. On the other hand, you can see on the left hand side, electric vehicle two wheelers sales goes up to 78% in 2030. And on the other side, e-car numbers will go, and daily registrations have been doubling in Mumbai. So if you see all these priorities given from the government, whether it might be the subsidy, whether it might be the priority to the OEMs, their interest is to make sure that every user will have electric vehicle when compared to a petrol vehicle, saying that you can reduce the travel cost, you can have this eco-friendly environment and the future point of view. But on the other hand, our people will have some interest saying that, okay, when we start taking electric vehicle, where are the charging stations, or who is going to do the services? Or if you say that, it is going to increase by 78% in 2030, how many companies are there to produce this, or for development or something like that? So this is a difficult case when we talk about using of EV. And that too, the recent years చాలా మంది చూసే ఉంటారు, like, electric vehicle batteries have been blasted, or it has got fire. And there are several myths that, EVs are going to be a dangerous part and all. But remember, uh, any technology, when it comes initially by the usage of the people, has got defects. But very recently, that government also has changed the norms for the battery, saying that the standards has to change, as well as the OEMs has to produce the certificates to do the production. So past, or any industry, when it comes to the early stage, it will be not so easy, it will be costly. At the same time, it has got a lot of defects, or it might not be the right standards, or it might take some iteration process to make sure that, to get a quality vehicle. Even today, at this point of time, I want to give an example, like our mobile phone. So if anyone is using a mobile phone 2 years back or 3 years back, we'll have one common problem. So we do keep charging, we do charge our mobile. But what happened 2 3 years back is, once you start your day with your mobile, by the end of evening, like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, your battery start draining. So it comes to 10%, 15%, or zero sometimes. That is where we had a problem in last 2 3 years back. But today, if you see the same mobile, same battery, but there are added features saying that, you start from the day in the morning till night 10 o'clock. Even at the 10 o'clock, you will have 10% or 15% charge, because they understood the usage of mobile, the number of apps you use, the background apps that can be closed. So there are a lot of things that has changed. So if you compare 2 years back mobile phone and nowadays mobile phone, the battery usage, the handling of battery has been completely changed. And it is auto cut off now when it goes to 100%. And people use it very randomly, like, even for 30%, you still use the whole day the mobile, with all the power mode options and all. So similar example, I want to consider it in EVs, because it is in earlier stages, they had the issues, bad quality of the product, or some companies are not maintaining those standards. We still find that issues. But in future, if you see the numbers, or the upcoming government schemes and all, that is what Fame India scheme as well. So every vehicle you buy, you get at least 30 to 40,000 or 50,000 cashback for your every customer. For one Aadhaar card, for one vehicle, you will have that subsidy amount. But having said that, only EVs will not run the entire world. There is something which is coming next. And the next fuel after EV, I think recently that has been announced by the companies also. And the government has already taken that initiation, because now we have to think more about not only EV. As I said, there are technological upgrades which are happening, and now the future is going to be with multidisciplinary thing. So that is nothing but the hydrogen vehicles. So today I'll not take more on hydrogen vehicles, but I want to just give a glimpse saying that, what happens to the petrol vehicles, what happens to the EV vehicles, and what happens to the hydrogen vehicles. So if you see the picture on the screen, the PM Modi has announced a national hydrogen mission for self-reliance in energy. So this is something that, which we need to talk more. And this has been announced in August 2021, August 15, 2021. If you can understand, before the EVs came on road, or still the EV industry is evolving, it still has to come onto the roads completely, and it'll take a little more time as well. But before that itself, PMOD has announced hydrogen mission for only the important case, because we are buying oil from other countries, we are getting resources from other countries. Instead of getting resources from other countries, they want India to be self-reliant. So they want self-dependency, like, we should create our own energy, we can utilize our own energy. But they have some particular issues with creating that hydrogen. But having said that, it is not impossible, it is still possible. If you see the right hand picture on the other side, you can see the transportation, wind energy, hydrogen gas station, hydrogen car. So hydrogen is going to be the next level, and Reliance has already started this. because when this was been announced, I don't know how many people have know whether hydrogen vehicles will come into existence or not. But practically 2 days back, Reliance has announced its hydrogen truck, which is going to be more on heavy vehicles, not on the other vehicles. But hydrogen has become is going to come out within the next few years. Now people will start asking, sir, then whether we have to go with petrol vehicles because it has already existed, or shall we go with EV because of subsidies and the eco-friendly, or shall we go with hydrogen because anyway the new technology is going to be evolved. So here again, I want to take an example saying that people, when they start working with the computers, initially it was PC. So every home used to have a computer. Later, because of the office works, the way it has been connected, then it has got into laptops. Then later, most of the people, instead of carrying laptops, they started working on their mobile phones, connecting to the internet, and just uploading the files, or creating content or something like that. So if you can see the variation, what happens with the usage of computer, still the PCs are available, still the laptops are available, still the tabs are also available. So if you can understand the usage, so petrol vehicles are going to be there, electric vehicles are going to come, and at the same time the hydrogen vehicles are going to take the future. But every part has got the respective requirement. So we'll talk more in the upcoming discussion. But just want to make sure, there is no particular one technology or one industry will take it forward. It is going to be multiple things. So you'll see petrol vehicles, you'll see hydrogen vehicles, you'll see electric vehicles. And having said that, again, I have to share something more, saying that sir, there is one more technology that is going to be added, which is nothing but ethanol. So ethanol is again, the added chemical to the petrol, which is going to be reduction the lot of pollution. So here, when we talk about this automotive sector in future, what we are going to have is, right now petrol and diesel vehicles are there, and slowly the companies are shifting to electric vehicles. But still, there are some production which is happening. I think maybe in the next 3 years or 5 years, by the end of 2030, we'll see an end to petrol and diesel vehicles. But at the same time, parallelly, we have electric vehicles which are on road. I think Tata Nexon and other companies are already there. And ethanol is one vehicle which government is pushing from the back end. And hydrogen, as I already explained you, it is going to be more on the heavy vehicle side when compared to the regular cars, because that technology needs a heavy size. It contains a lot of cylinders, and the chemical process has to be done. So having said that, connecting to all these different industries, now students will have a question. Sir, you are telling petrol vehicles are already there, hydrogen is coming in future, but you're not, now you're talking about electric vehicles. Now what to choose? Remember one thing, it's not about your choice, it's all about the requirement in the market. So when we talk about petrol vehicle or diesel vehicle, see how efficient the vehicles have gone to next level. And when it comes to electric vehicles, still there are issues, like the charging issues were there, mileage issues were there. And people talk more about saying that electric vehicle only works within the city, but you can't take it for a long distance. But for everything, for the evolution of the industry, it will take step by step. So students, they can start concentrating on the present available subject, but still they should understand that future is going to come with something else. So they should be back to back understanding how the market is changing, how the companies are changing, and what is the technology that is evolving. To take an example, easy. Previously, we used to do bank transactions. So you used to stand in a line, you have to produce a check or you have to produce a slip, then the teller will do the signature and they'll do the account transfer. But now see how phone pay, Paytm, Google Pay have started evolving. That does anyone said, sir, banks have stopped their transactions? No, banks are still available, and bank also does the same transactions if there is a possibility, the problem with the any other process. So only thing is, now customers has got an advantage of adding phone pay, Google Pay, and everything. Now credit card system is there, debit card is there, and if you are having no money, also there are some apps who are giving pre-money, you do buy it now and pay it later. So things will be having different sector. It is all about what we use and how we use. So remember the students, that automotive sector has been divided, and it is going to have individual developments in the individual verticals. It is all your choice. Suppose if you are from an EC background or a AAA background or CS background, whichever background you might be, I think there might be some passion which is within you, saying that, sir, I'm interested in designing, I'm interested in chemical process, I'm interested in mechanical working structures and all. So your passion, your subject, and the technology which is already existing, or upcoming technology, you just need to combine those. You need to understand, you need to study, and you have to go through all these stages, like how it is evolving. Then it will be easy to take a decision. So if you say, like, let us take, I'm an example, like, I'm an EC graduate, but when it comes to the embedded systems or electronics, I felt like, that's going to change the entire world, and it's happening. And later slowly see that electronics have come into everywhere. So when you take a pen drive, when you take a mobile phone, when you take a laptop, everywhere, electronics is going to be common. And even in electric vehicles now, without the battery management system or without the display board format, how the things are changing. Technology keeps evolving. We just need to push ourselves to the passion which we are interested in. So I don't know how many of you are thinking about chemical or designing parameters. So it's all about different designs. And still, I didn't tell you one more point here. It is CNG. So there is one more sector which is going to come up, which is CNG. But on a lighter note, it might not be too many vehicles, but I think you have seen autos from Vijayawada or West Godavari. Slowly it is coming to our areas also, that diesel autos are there, CNG autos are there. Now electric autos are also coming. So everyone has got their own requirements based on the money, based on the travel, based on the requirements. They're going to have their choice. So it's all about creating choice. Companies are going to create choice. And in taking that as a forward step, in this automotive sector, we have got 3-4 categories. Out of which the first category is all about four-wheelers. So if you talk about four-wheelers, I think these car names, and most of us are interested, in future also we want to buy a car. And I think existing students, or the parents or faculty members, I think you are very much familiar with Tata Nexon, saying that hey, Tata Nexon is very good, but I think there is a mileage issue. And what about the charging stations? How many charging stations are there? These kind of issues are there. But still, apart from all those things, now you have to think why all of a sudden Tata has become very top, and why not the other companies who are been since years they are into the manufacturing industry, they are unable to produce too many cars. It is all because the Tata Nano. So when Nano came into the picture, people have said that no, it is the cheapest car, it doesn't have too much of value, and it's like a small auto. See, all these criticisms, okay, any product will have good and bad. So when it comes to Tata Nano, the good thing that they have made is, like, the compact size. And during the period when they have failed with the Nano, because the marketing standards or the quality wise they have failed, they started working on electric vehicles. Now today, Tata Motors is producing more than 10 different models. Not only Nexon, it has got Tiago, it has got Tigor, it has got upcoming models with Harrier, and other models are also coming up, which was recently exhibited in Auto Expo. Later I'll share you those photographs also. So Tata has taken that advantage, and it started very early to the electric vehicle segment. And later came that Morris Garage MG, which is costing around 25 to 30 lakhs, whereas Tata Nexon is costing around 16 lakhs to 20 lakhs. Whereas MG has given more mileage, but it is also a little bit costly in the market. And then later it was been Kia. I think recently Kia EV6 has been launched, and it is costing around 60 lakhs per car. But believe me, there are so many other companies which are also coming up, and they are already into the market, which I'm just showing you only a few pictures. And Mercedes Benz, it costs around 1 crore, and it has got a mileage of 500 kilometers, and its battery is already 50 kilowatts. So these different models, different cars, when they start on road, the biggest challenge is going to be who is going to do the servicing for these vehicles. I think most of you know that when car comes on road, because of the vehicle, the long travel, there might be issues with engine, there might be issues with the radiator, and sometimes the wire connections and everything. But when it comes to car, I think you have to understand, everyone now buying car very easily because of the EMI. But only thing is whether you use it for long distance traveling or short distance traveling, it's all your comfort and convenience. But you have got more wider picture of four wheelers. But today we will not talk more about four wheelers because in the market people are looking four wheelers to the next level and it is too costly. So that is where I feel that you have to study a little bit more on what are the features that they have got, what are the technologies that they are adding with the EV technology, because battery will create open space for a lot of things, for making it easy for you. Four wheels, the chassis, and a battery, that is going to be the car. Rest all is the interior space which is available for you, which can be like Tesla. You can talk about autonomous, which can be like the motor which is front in the front area of bonnet, and all the other sensors, safety precautions, securities, and everything you can integrate with all the technology that you have had. And for this, I'll suggest you to see videos of Kia, Tata Nexon, Morris Garage on the YouTube, so that you can identify what is the futures coming up, or you go to the showrooms, talk to them, ask them like what is the battery, what is the problems, what are the issues, and what is the last 1 year customers feedback on what is the upcoming models that are coming up in EVs. That will help you to understand how things were changing. Because as like mobile phone nowadays, I think every 3 months and 6 months there is a new car model coming on road. And I think Kia, when it comes to Seltos and the other brand, they have created more vibrations in the Kia cars. And then when it comes to EVs, Tata has created more. And you believe it or not, you have Hyundai Kona is there, you have got Audi is there, and there are other companies also which I'm not displaying over here. But still, EV market space in four wheelers has been very top, and Tata is taking that lead. So when Tata is taking the lead on EVs, Reliance started working on hydrogen. So you can check both of them. So Tata has taken one side of the market. Now Reliance is trying to capture the hydrogen market. So this is how it works with big companies. But I think when students want to get a job inside it, like when they are looking for the next level, they have to work on these ground rule principles. So having said that, like four wheelers are on the top of the market. We'll go little deeper now, and that is all about the three wheelers. So when it comes to three wheelers, I think this picture will show you like the future perspective of how three wheelers will work. You also know few of the models. And coming to the requirement when it comes to three wheelers, there are only two parts. One is the load auto, like the load vehicle, and other one is the passenger auto. So the three wheelers that we take into consideration is two parts. One is the passenger auto, which carries the people, and the load auto, which carries the material or goods or water cans or whatever it is. But believe me, these are going to be the models which are coming up very soon, because they don't want to spend too much of money here. Because Autowala doesn't need a lot of technology. Autowala just need like the mileage, and the same time his purpose to be solved in a day. So if you can see the picture, like the water tanker, which you already know, ice cream cart. I think most of the you see the quality ice cream. They come with a cycle with a three wheeler, and they just try to push there by themselves. They'll ride by their own. But in future, like this ice cream cart is going to be with a three wheeler like this, and the loader. Grocery cart, పాత రోజుల్లోలాగా మనకి తోపుడు బళ్ళు, and it is not so easy on road because of the traffic and everything, and they need to travel more. If they want to sell more, they need to travel more. So grocery cart is going to be the next big things which are already been in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu, it's already existing now. Slowly it is coming to Andhra also. And the advertisement cart, I think most of you have seen putting the jewelry ad, or the what to say, the cloth shop ads or any vehicle ads. Of a vehicle దాన్ని పెట్టి, they'll just start roaming around the areas saying that this is available, or this is the branding side. Now see, they'll reduce a lot of cost when it comes to this EVs, which is not more than 50 paise per kilometer. And when it comes to car, it is just only 1 rupee out of it. So with the reduction of transportation, general expenditures, that will definitely help in future, that you can see all these vehicle on road. Last but not the least is the food cart. I think nowadays you see most of the vans have been modified, like dosa points or tiffin centers, and you see on road, instead of going to the hotel or a restaurant, you can see a van which comes and stops there, and they'll serve the food. So all these, these different models, different designs are coming more advantage because there is no engine, there is no other components. It's all about a battery, motor, and a controller. So when it comes to these three components, students has to look on to these parameters. They need to study more on to these components because these are the only components, and rest is the outer structure. So outer structure can be based on the requirement. For making it better understanding, recently Kinetic Green, which is an OEM, they have been given a government order of 1,000 electric vehicles for the waste management. So I think every day you see a waste, the municipal corporation vehicle comes for removing the waste material, right? So instead of sending the diesel vehicle, they are now sending the electric auto, so that they can take out this waste management. So 1,000 vehicles has been allocated for the waste management in across Andhra Pradesh. And at the same time, ASHA workers, so those people who go home to home, and they provide vaccines, or at the respective locations of the government offices, they provide medicines and everything. For ASHA workers, two-wheelers has been sanctioned. So like that, slowly the government is also taking a forward step in allocating and making the use of electric vehicles in every area. And at the same time, you will see more requirement coming up with the different applications. So the major concept which I want to explain in three-wheelers is about all the applications. So we never only think about only passenger auto or load auto, but there are different options that are going to be created. At the same time, the biggest challenge here for a three-wheeler is how many auto wala people know about earthing, know about charging of a battery, know about charging stations, know about if there is any issue comes in an auto, whether they can resolve it or not. So those are all the challenges which are still left in the segment that you can address. And coming to the particular parameter, if you talk about three-wheelers, I can show you one picture which I've recently visited. So just give me a minute so that I can share you that picture also. Yeah. Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Can you see it, ma'am? The map?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll make it easy for as of now. If you can see the map on the heading, state-wise registered EV annual sales. So this was the meeting happened in Delhi last year in the month of November, and I have attended from Andhra Pradesh to understand what is the present EV market which is happening in across India. Now the biggest challenge, and one way it is like what is happening in India. On the other side, if you can see the annual sales which are based upon the two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and four-wheelers, if you can understand the map, out of the 100%, can anyone find where is Andhra Pradesh? You can start from the circle from Uttar Pradesh, 17%. So Uttar Pradesh is 17%. Next is Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. See, Tamil Nadu has got a bigger area and vast area, but still it was only 8% out of the total sales. And Delhi, which is more populated, and Rajasthan, Bihar, Telangana, which we know that Hyderabad has got a huge potential. But if you can understand after seeing this entire map, less than 3%, less than 2%, less than 1%, you will find Andhra in others. So the biggest lagging problem across India, or particularly in Andhra Pradesh, is all about the awareness. So we started considering this as an important aspect. See, 2022, it's fine because there are so many issues with the companies, or there are battery problems and everything. But when it comes to the future requirement, it's going to be huge. Now it's all about 2023, whether we are going to come into the map or still we are going to be back into the others. So that awareness is very important on EVs. That is where you or all the students has to take into consideration to understand the importance and start teaching them. See, we should need grounding, we should see the brand of the vehicles, we should test and give a trial, and we should take a good feedback. Most of the feedbacks were taken by based on the YouTube now. I think చాలా మంది ఇందులో యూట్యూబ్ చూసి ఆ బండి బాగుంది, ఈ బండి బాగుంది అని అంటారే తప్ప ఫిజికల్ గా దే డోంట్ గో అండ్ దే డోంట్ గివ్ అ ట్రయల్. సేమ్ లైక్ ఆర్ మొబైల్ ఫోన్, నువ్వేం వాడుతున్నావు, ఈ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయా లేవా, లేకపోతే వాట్ ఈస్ ద కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మొబైల్, దట్ ఈస్ హౌ వి జస్ట్ ఇంటరాక్ట్. బట్ when it comes to EVs, you need to work more on it. It's not about only YouTube that you have seen, because even nowadays మనలో ఉన్న చాలా మంది కూడా ఏం చేస్తామంటే వి స్టార్ట్ కనెక్టింగ్ టు ది డాక్టర్ ఆల్సో వయా గూగుల్. సో మనకి ఏదైనా ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ వచ్చిందంటే ముందు గూగుల్లో సెర్చ్ చేస్తాం, మళ్ళీ తిరిగి డాక్టర్కి అడ్వైస్ చేస్తుంటాం అనమాట. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ద ప్రెసెంట్ open platforms has given us a chance. But believe me, that should not be the only case when you are selecting an EV. When you are selecting a brand, you just need to go physically visit the place, and ask the past customers what is their experience, and ask the companies what is the future product that they are going to release. So based on a lot of knowledge and create that awareness to make sure maybe the next year, I think in this 2023, Andhra might be in the map. So that is what one of our intention, to make sure that connecting to the colleges and giving this awareness programs for the students also. So coming to that, and yeah, so after making these three wheelers, because there is a problem with the awareness, now we feel that we have to talk about more onto the penetrating market. So when I talk about penetrating market, it is all about the two wheelers. So here are the brands of the vehicles, because most of the people knows that Ola is the one of the biggest brand. But believe me, Ola has opened up the market. Ola has created the chance of giving a market, saying that yes, two-wheeler electric vehicles are promising, and there are so many features like music, display, speed, mileage, and all those other parameters. But believe me, apart from Ola and other parts, there are so many companies which are already into the existence. So to name a few, here are the few companies. And students who want to be an entrepreneurs, or who are looking for the future into this business, I think you can start looking into these particular companies once. It's not about the company that you're going to join. It is all about, you can also start a company of your own, because India is most populated country, and I think it has hit 140 crores of population. If you start calculating divided by 4 as a family, you need 30 crore electric vehicles. So 30 crore vehicles is the total market which is available. Out of which, see, these are only the few companies which are hitting the market. Hero, Ola, Okinawa, Ampere, TVS, Ather, Pure EV, Revolt. But if you go down, and if you can see the names of those companies, I think after 12 or 13, you can see there are few company names which you will also be surprised, saying that, sir, are these the company names or anything else? No, these are all the company names. I'm showing you around 30 or 40. There are more than 400 companies which are there, but without a name and a brand. They are just getting the components from out of the country, and they're just trying to assemble, and they are trying to supply. That is where the issues are right now. Now, government has started slowly filtering the companies, but to show you on the other side, those who are interested to get into the entrepreneurship of the electric vehicle sector, two-wheelers is going to be one good option, because most of the cases, two-wheelers are going to give the best of the best market penetration, because every home needs a vehicle. I think not only every home, like in every home, father, mother, brother, sister, everyone needs one vehicle, because of college office. So if there are elderly people, they want to go to buy vegetables, or they go to drop the kids to the schools. So I think every home has got at least 2-3 vehicles now. So if you can calculate how many vehicles and total market assessment, I think these companies are very less. Again, I'll give the comparison with your the regular brands like Bajaj, Hero, uh, KTM, Royal Enfield. So if you just name, there are only 10 companies in the automobile industry of two-wheelers who are taking that market. Now, when it comes to EVs, there are more than 100 companies that they are going to come. But believe me, if you still have that intention, if you have that concept of developing a vehicle, or you want to create something, you still have a chance. And a manufacturing unit can also be placed based on the government policies that are available right now. So coming to this particular slide, which I want to show you is not only the top companies, there are few companies which are locally made, which are locally connected. And example, if you take Andhra itself, we have got more than 5-6 manufacturing units in Andhra. And I think you have to go for a physical visit, talk to the people, see how the manufacturing or assembling is done, and get the details, like how they are trying to get into the market, what is the cost per vehicle, what is the material, manpower requirement. I think there are a lot of opportunities that you can explore into this particular market. So putting all these numbers on the other side, these companies are few companies which I want to mention, and I think these are the few important, or the topmost brand which you can see. I think Ola, everyone knows. Ather is one good company, like it is from IIT Madras based. I don't know. Recently in Rajahmundry, they have opened up the store, and they have opened up in more than 5 places. And Ola is also opened up the store in Rajahmundry. And no, all the areas slowly, the bigger companies are also coming to the picture. But if you can see the slide particularly, each vehicle has got different model. Not all the seats are all the same size. Not all the models of the same format. Not all the designs are also very similar. Of course, the similarity is all about two-wheeler, and you have to have at least two-seater capacity. That is a common parameter. But what I'm trying to make you to understand is, look into the vehicle of what design that they have made and what specifications that they are using. And if you can understand not only these 5-6 companies, the rest of the 10-15 companies are also having a different models. Of course, some are a little bit Chinese based, because China has already crossed more than 50% of their population using electric vehicles. So that is why we talk more on Chinese electric vehicles. But coming to our Indian standards, or Indian roads, these are the few topmost companies that are already been into the existence. And I wish, like you go to the showrooms, talk to the people, get the specifications, understand how this vehicle has been designed, because Ather is a company which has been designed by a IIT Madras alumni for 8 long years. So 8 long years they have been working on this, and now the product has been on road, and now they are selling in pan India based number one. And Ola, of course, they have got product from another company, but still Ola has got world's largest two-wheeler manufacturing with robotics. And most of the 95% of the manpower is only women. Ola factory, women are working the 95% of the manpower. So you have to check with all this company, because is a company which is RR cable based. If there are electrical students over here, you can understand, RR cable is a wiring and cable company, international, and they have allocated 250 crores of funding, and now they have started electric vehicles of their own. Franklin EV is based on from Hyderabad. It's a small startup. And Corbett 14, which is Boom Motors, which is based out of Coimbatore. If you can see that, it looks like TVS Excel, but if you start riding that vehicle, it takes to the next level. And the chassis has got 7 years of warranty and 5 years of painting warranty, and it's the strongest electric vehicle in India. Hero, as you already know, there is a clash between the brothers, and one part of Hero is all about the automobile petrol vehicle, and the other part of Hero is all about electric vehicle now. I think you see a lot of stores of Hero Electric also. So understanding all these particular parameters of the vehicles, you should ensure that what is the company, what is the vehicle specifications, what is the requirement of the consumer. Because చాలా మందికి మనలో ఏముంటుందంటే, సో ఇఫ్ ఐ టేక్ అ వెహికల్, నాకు 100 కిలోమీటర్స్ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి, 150 కిలోమీటర్స్ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి, ఒకసారి ఛార్జింగ్ పెడితే ఇట్ షుడ్ గో టు మైలేజ్ లైక్ దిస్ అని. దెర్ ఆర్ సర్టన్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్. బట్ రిమెంబర్, when the battery is placed in a vehicle, when the battery is the major part of the vehicle, you have to cut short few features like display, or some other parameters, and the options like speakers, songs, and everything. We should understand the technology and usage of the battery is very important. Same like your mobile phone. Once it comes down to 15% less, once it comes down to 15% less, automatically the background apps will stop. Slowly the power mode will be on. Slowly the other parameters will reduce. Similarly, the same thing happens in vehicles also. Once your battery is coming to an end stage like a reserve, so slowly the speed decreases. the mileage want to be increased so that you have to go to home. So ilanti chala parameters ఉన్నాయి. My best suggestion would be visit the local players in your area, start asking them questions like, how this vehicle and what are the parameters. Take out the battery, see what the batteries are there, and if you go to service center, they'll open up the vehicle and they understand the reality. Like, you can see, okay, what is happening inside the electric vehicle. See, for us, if we do a workshop or if we conduct any camps like this, we will get our vehicles to you, we will open it in front of you, it will be you only, the people who will be opening it up, and you see all the components inside: controller, converter, harness kit, all the connecting parameters of all the vehicles. And again, you will only fix it and do the test rides to understand the suspension system, to understand the braking system, to understand the battery mileage concept and everything. So we do try to create that awareness by opening up the vehicle in front of you, and you have a chance to open it up and see what is happening. But remember, if you go to the respective local areas, you will understand the different companies, the spare parts, the component manufacturing, lot of other things. So putting all this together, the one video, sorry, this is a video which I want to show you just how the two-wheeler is going to grow. And this video, don't take it only as a reference. Most of the people now, if you talk about a scooter or a vehicle, చాలా మందికి ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నది ఏంటంటే, it should be like a Suzuki Access 125, it should be like a Activa, or it should be like an Aviator. అంటే ఎంత బాగా మనం మైండ్ ప్రిపేర్ అయిపోయామంటే, లాంగ్ సీట్ ఉండాలి, boot space undali, we should have leg space to put water can, bm basta, or whatever the material is there. And we have decided ourselves that vehicle should be like Activa model or an Aviator model. But that is not the only answer. Like, in EVs they have got different models. That is what I have shown you in the previous slide. Now in this particular video, I want to show you what are the different concepts that have been integrated in an electric vehicle. సో ఇంతకుముందు మీరు అవి కార్స్లో చూసుంటారు, లేకపోతే వేరే వేరే పారామీటర్స్లో చూసుంటారు. బట్ దే ఆర్ స్టార్టెడ్ ఇంప్లిమెంటింగ్ ఇన్ టూ-వీలర్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ వెహికల్. Right now, this model is just trying to come out into the market, but see and understand how it works. So I'm just playing the video. I'll just make it fast. So tubeless tires. This is a display board, Bluetooth connectivity, and it is app enabled. So battery status, music control, missed call alert, all the features on the screen. Same like car key lock system. And a space for your mobile charging also. Charging slot. The bigger seat which you are expecting, and the bike which is footrest. The belt drive. This is actually a belt drive motor. That is the difference in EVs. So the boot space which you are expecting. So side stand, and the back grab rail, advanced suspension system, disc brake, which is very common in nowadays vehicles. The charger, and all the next level, like scooter and a bike. So this is how the model looks like. And if you can see that particular vehicle, you have got all the required options of technology. That is what Industry 4.0 also places into that. And the app display, Bluetooth connectivity, the database which we are going to generate, it's all connected with the electric vehicles which are coming up very soon. And all the EVs are going to have these features, same like our mobile phones. If you go back, I don't think most of you people are not ready to use the like the number keypad based mobile phones, because all are ready to work with only Android based or touchscreen. So people make it like companies wanted the people to go forward. So that is how it takes like the most of the cases like usage of technology into the electric vehicles, the key lock system, app connectivity, wherever you drive, the GPS locations or the tracking system, the battery management system, everything. So that is where my suggestion would like go to see the local players, understand what the vehicles and vehicle parameters are there. You will have a better knowledge by seeing it. Or if we start conducting a workshop or an awareness program, so that we will start opening up all those vehicles, we'll show you what those components and how the future is going to get connected. So connecting all these like to the next level, it is all about the bikes. I think most of the students will be more interested when compared to the scooters to the bikes. But you have to know why scooters have been more into the market but not the bikes, because bike has got several issues. Because bike needs to run at a higher speed, bike needs more mileage, and bike has got braking system, and bike needs some other parameters when compared to scooties. So still there are a lot of research going on, and what I'm showing on the screen is the three top companies like Revolt. I think most of you people have heard or seen, but unfortunately Revolt is closed now. As I said, like most of the OEMs are starting, but unfortunately because of the market and other scenarios they're closed. Revolt has been captured by another company, and still there are vehicles but unable to provide the service. Next one is OBN. It is an Indian brand which has been made in India. This is also coming, but it's still under the development. And third one is the Torque Motors. You can go and search Torque Motors online. His founder is Mr. Kapil, who is the bike race vehicle designer for India, for other countries also. So he was the one who has been the part of this development of Torque Motors, because these are the bikes which you see later on road. And we are happy to share that we are one of the part of Torque Motors also. While they are getting into the bike design and development, we have been taking the dealerships, and we are trying to support the manpower for this companies as well. So putting all these into the sectors, like upcoming requirements of electric vehicles, you can see from four wheeler, three wheeler, and two wheeler, and the different segments. I'm not covering up bicycles because people are not much interested, because cycles are too costly when it comes to battery and motor. So it's better that 10,000 will get a regular cycle compared to a 40,000 bicycle if you want. So that's why I'm not trying to cover the bicycle. But see, these are all the different opportunities when it talks about vehicles and the charging stations also. So charging stations, we have got different parameters, but more details I can share you later on, but not now, because it needs more detailed conceptual understanding how the charging stations can be established, what an electrical department people needs when it goes more power. Because under electric vehicles తీసుకున్న తర్వాత, if everyone start charging at their home, how much is the power supply can be managed compared to industries, agriculture, as well as the EVs. So then again the solar comes into the picture. So like that, charging station has got a bigger picture, and it has got a wider expansion of the EV market. And at the same time, as we said already, like the future is going to be the hydrogen. So I would like to take this as an opportunity to show you like these three different sectors, or these sectors are the one which covers most of the EV market. And I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity to express my views on the electric vehicles. I think I'm open up for the questions, and if you are ready to put me any question, you can open up your mic. And see this, I have just tried to cover what is there in the market, but still there is a big ocean that has to be covered. And what I feel is like students start thinking about it, talk to companies, see the reality, and go and ask questions. See, if you don't come out and ask questions, I don't think it'll be easy for you to get into the market, because after 2 years, we need EV service technicians, we need charging station service maintenance, or the installation people, especially if it is triple guys or EC guys are there. Remember, if you want to establish a charging station, transformer need to be there, power supply board has to be maintained, production circuit has to be designed, and solar grids are going to come into the picture. So slowly we'll see a different version of the India in upcoming years. So with this, I conclude, and I thank college management for giving me this opportunity. Sir, ma'am, I'm open for the questions if they want.
Thank you, sir. I would like to request the participants to post their questions in the chat box if there are any queries. And also, I request the participants to fill the Google form which has been posted in the chat box for the e-certificate. Now, I would like to thank our resource person, Sri N. Venkat Reddy, sir, for sharing your valuable information and knowledge with us, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank our coordinator, Dr. Subodh Panda, sir. Thank you. And thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I think any questions from the faculty is also fine. I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable information to us.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, tell me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
మీరు ఉంటారమ్మా, మీరు ఉంటారు కదా, మీరు ఉంటారు కదా. అయితే వేరే వాళ్ళు రానివ్వండి. అయితే